NFL Countdown, one of the hottest matchups of the day. The Eagles in Tampa. What do we think Jalen Hurts showing up for work today, fellas?
Suave, Mr. Suave. Just how he plays, too. Cool and collected.
It's going to need that cool because it's going to be in the 90s.
That shoe cold. He got a little spat down there.
Triple digits on the field. So it's a fascinating matchup in so many ways. The Buccaneers have recorded the game-winning touchdown, or at least the game-winning score, I should say, in the final minute of each of their 3 wins. Starts week 1, Emeka Egbuka touchdown late to beat the Falcons. Week 2, Baker Mayfield leads them on a game-winning drive against Houston. Rashad White, 2-yard touchdown with 6 seconds left. Bucs win by 1. Last week against the Jets, Baker leading the Bucs down the field. Chase McLaughlin, a field goal that wins the game as time expired. And the Bucs quarterback sat down this week with our Sal Paolantonio.
Baker takes a belt high snap, looks, throws the ball toward the end zone. It's a caught ball. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Describe this team's resiliency.
We lost a lot of guys to injury last year, and you got to get guys ready. They have to feel confident and go execute.
Mayfield gets the first down and then gets in the face of C.J. Gardner-Johnson.
We don't take it. That's about it.
On our turf. End it on our turf, man.
These comebacks in the fourth quarter, what is it about you and your team that allows you to do this?
We've had 3 in a row here where we've gotten the ball and been able to change that and take the lead.
Come on, Chase.
When you hate losing more than you love winning, and your whole team's like that, good things are going to happen.
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 3-0.
Now, this team, the Bucs team's 4-1 against the Eagles. You got to throw that out, right? Because, A, they're the Super Bowl champs, and they're a different team than they were last year. So how have those conversations gone on to get ready for this football team?
You know, I mean, obviously it's a great matchup. 2 undefeated teams. You know, they won the Super Bowl, and that's the ultimate goal. And so we know that. This is week 4. It's not our Super Bowl. It's not their Super Bowl. But this is a good matchup, and it's going to come down to just executing, doing little things right.
Fascinating game in so many ways for so many reasons. Sal Paolantonio is there for us in Tampa. And Sal, Shefty opened the show this morning also mentioning that Baker Mayfield is dealing with an arm injury. So let's start there. What do we need to know about that?
Greeny, let's get right to the news. I just texted with Todd Bowles, the head coach of the Bucs, in his office. Baker Mayfield will start today. He also told me that Tristan Wirfs, their all-pro left tackle, is back. He will start today, back from a knee injury. Chris Godwin, wide receiver for the Tampa Bay Bucs, was out with an ankle injury. He will start in this game. Now, here's what's gone on behind the scenes with Baker Mayfield this week. He got hurt against the Jets, right bicep, in his throwing arm. He did not throw on Wednesday. He did not throw on Thursday. I was there at practice on Friday. He started throwing the football. I didn't see any restriction in his motion. I saw the ball coming out of his hands quickly. He threw the ball on Friday. Todd Bowles told me he was ready to go. They were just resting his arm. However, and here's the big but, Greeny, we will watch him when he warms up on the field here pre-game. Make sure we see him driving the ball down the field. No restriction on his right arm. He probably will still be wearing that black compression sleeve that you saw during practice on Friday. So we're going to watch this and update you throughout the morning, Greeny.
All right, outstanding, as always, from Sal. As we're sitting here, Alex, I see you leaning forward. As a quarterback, you hear that right bicep, doesn't throw Wednesday, Thursday. What are we watching for in the pregame warm-ups?
Well, exactly that. Like, listen, this is your throwing arm, right? I mean, the bicep connects to your elbow and your shoulder, right? A lot going on. This isn't like a left ankle, right? If a sprained left ankle, a quarterback can go out there and you can still compensate and play at a high level sometimes. This is your moneymaker, right? And especially Baker, a guy's got a howitzer, throws it all over the field. Like, if that's compromised at all, it's not the same. You cannot play at this level, at the NFL level, against one of the best defenses and expect to have any success.
All right, so make sure you're with us through this morning here. We will be on the field with that. We have cameras there. You will see Baker Mayfield's warm-up and get a sense of what it looks like. That said, Rex, let's go back to the big picture of this game. The Bucs, as I broke down earlier, they've won 3 games by 6 points against teams that are 1-8. So I guess a real question is, are they ready for the defending champs today?
See, I don't believe so. And the reason I say that, obviously the Baker injury right here, man, he's not fine. There's no way you don't throw Wednesday and Thursday. So he's not at 100%. But the loss of Mike Evans,
yes.
I think, and especially in the red zone, I don't think we can overlook that or overstate that. So to me, no, I think Philadelphia, and they get it. Yeah, they know Tampa Bay's had their number 4-1 against them their last 5 games. I ain't buying it.
How about that without Mike Evans today? We talked to Emeka Egbuka earlier this morning.
Well, to see the one thing about it, Rex talked about Mike Evans, and I talked to Egbuka before we left here talking about him being a red zone threat. When you look at his 3 touchdowns, they've been in the high red zone. So one thing that they're going to miss today in Mike Evans is the fade route. But one thing about it, you got Chris Godwin coming back. You got his college teammate in Sterling Shepard there. Right there you see the touchdown to Egbuka in week 1. But then, like I said, he had his Sterling Shepard, his college teammate. So the catch and run plays down in the red zone where Rex was talking about that they may miss Mike Evans, that's something I will pay attention to. But one thing about it, the confidence that young man talked about like 5-10 minutes ago, I think he will be a key factor today, and I think the red zone will show up big today for Emeka.
A defensive player watching Baker Mayfield on field, this injury is a smokescreen. I'm telling you, there's none of us that trust this. Every one of us knows Baker will be there, and he will be ready to go. I'm going to show you why. I got one play for you here, fellas. Over here in the floor. That shows what Baker Mayfield is as a player, because you watch film and it's like, who is this guy really? Because this guy is now tough to tackle. Wait, is that Josh Allen? Get that out of here. That's not Josh Allen, but it's Baker Mayfield. But he's doing things that look like Josh Allen because he scans the field here. This is nothing about his arm. He scoots under the rush there. Nice little juke right there. Yeah, you heard it. Let's rewind that and do it one more time. Nice little cut. Beating the defender there. We got a pump fake coming here in on a 3rd and 9. Here's the first down marker, and now let me put my shoulder down and then boom, run through and get the first down. Is that Josh Allen? Is that Lamar Jackson? No, it's Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, highly respected among defensive players watching film, and with his offensive line getting solidified with Tristan Wirfs coming back, yeah, we don't see an injury. We see a baller.
I like Tampa Bay in this game. I agree. Listen, Baker's old enough and mature enough. I think if there was a real problem with his arm, he would not be playing, right? He's not a young guy anymore. He knows what the game is like. But this is a great matchup for the Bucs. Listen, Philly pushes teams around. They bully them. They're huge on the O-line. They're huge on the D-line, right? Like, they physically dominate teams. They don't do that to the Bucs, right? Vita Vea in the middle of the nose guard. This is an old school team Todd Bowles has developed, and they have that kind of mindset. They're not going to be intimidated at all. They're going to be coming downhill. They're going to stop the run, and they're going to challenge you. It's the reason they've had so much success against the Eagles.
You know, last week I talked about, we actually seen the game where the Phillies started out slow, but I talked about being able to give A.J. Brown a chance. In the second half, he did pick up. But one thing I want to leave you with this. I said earlier in the show about Saquon Barkley in the run game. One thing that I said, and me and you were just playing around, Todd Bowles is going to send that linebacker blitz and see what week's preparation, what they did. Did they clean up the blitz pickup with Saquon Barkley or not? But that's one thing that I would definitely be paying attention to today.
We'll have a lot more on the Eagles as we go today. Chris Berman is going to sit down with Nick Sirianni and Jalen Hurts as we go. Meanwhile, back in Tampa, there's Chris Godwin back in the lineup today for Tampa. What do we think?
Man, you see that jersey? He gonna need a Shaquille O'Neal type performance. You're going against the champs. Godwin, welcome back. We can't wait to see you, my man.
And then the man of the hour, the man of the moment, Jackson Dart, has arrived at MetLife Stadium in advance of his first start in the National Football League. Again, we'll take you on the field, show you his warm-ups, and we'll talk to his old college coach, Lane Kiffin, as we continue. So that's a quarterback, guys. Can you name this quarterback? Our favorite game?
Oh, man.
Any hints? The jersey, maybe?
That's a baby.
Let me put my glasses on.
That's a very young one.